Chapter 4. I wanted to disclose part of my story that I never got to say in Chapter 3. That when I was given back to my real mother, shortly after that, she moved to Granville, to her baby father's mother's house. Then shortly again, we moved back to Hopewell in Bray, a town called Bray. And as an adult, I now understand the reason why she was moving up and down. I believe that she presented the house that she had in Cottage Road because it was a big house, you know. She had her room, I had my room, and it was a big living room with kitchen, a backyard, very lovely, you know. And I feel she had gotten that for when my foster mom sends, or the court sends people to come to visit to see if I'm in good care or getting good care, that they would see that I was in a good home and those type of things that the law requires. Sure, I recall that when I went back to my mother, not very long, it felt like, in my memory, it felt like it would be like in a week. My mother said to me that she wants me to meet my dad. So all these times when I was my foster mom, there was no father present. I've never known a father. My foster mom didn't have a husband, so there was no man in the house for me to call dad. So I was like, oh, well, my real mom is gonna meet my dad. Like, wow, sure. I was like, she's like, would you like to meet him? I'm like, yes, why? Yeah, sure, yes. I was excited. So she got me dressed. I chose my own clothes that I wanted to get dressed in, and you know, we went down to Oneness Plaza. I remember this very well. We went down to Oneness Plaza, and when we walked in, my father's baby mother was there, the baby mother who was my mother's friend at the time, the same lady that was my mother's friend, who now is my father's baby mother as well. Because she went on to have some children for him. And this is when I'm meeting her. There was this other man in the studio that when he saw me, he said, wait, now Jimmy Pinkney that she look like me? And the baby mother, I'm just gonna say baby mother, she's looking at me and she said, yeah, she favor him. And my mother said, is he here? I'm there waiting. I'm waiting because I'm like, I'm going to meet my dad, you know? And said, no, you know, him the there and I'm the pan tour. Once again, at 5 years old, 5.5, my mom was like, okay, she's asked, do you know when he's coming back? You know, all the questions that a woman asks after, them don't know when he will be back. They have no idea. So fast forward now, maybe 7 years old, she took me to Kingston to see if he was there. He was not there. So she was told again, they don't know when he will be back in the country. So she tried when I returned to her at 5.5 and then at 7. Because during this time, She's moving around. She has a new baby. So, because she was pregnant when she took me at 5.5, like I said, she was trying to get this out the way quickly. But unfortunately, he was not in the country. So shortly after that, she taken to have her baby, as I told you in my previous story, that she was pregnant as well when I went back to her. And so she had her baby, so she had to move from that place. We went to Granville and she had the baby. And so that now becomes another story. And then we had to move. While we were at Granville, we had a visitation, and I guess the report that they went back is, I'm okay, everything is well. But they never know what this young child was going through. They never knew that because they didn't ask the proper questions, and it seems like those people didn't really care of really knowing the treatment that child was receiving. Because with all the pressure that my mother was going through, those pressures were put on me as a child. I was not going to school properly. I was not being sent to school properly. Back in Jamaica, we say, in America, they say whoop. No, maybe I get some rotted lick as a child. Didn't understand why I'm getting beaten the way I was getting beaten. And I planned on running away. I planned every day that I was gonna run away. And I didn't know when I was going to be able to run away, because whoops, we moved again. We moved again and we went to Bray in Hopewell, like I had said. This place called Bray. I think, going back in memory, I said Hopewell. I think the town was Flint River, something of that sort. It's been a while and I'm trying to remember everything, but I do know the place that we were gone. Anova, Bray, yes. So we moved there. I remember that we got another visit. This time my mother dragged me, because she was combing my hair, tearing out my hair. I'm crying and, shut up, no, stop it, eyes. Not make a sound. Because the lady's walking, because we had this long walkway to come up to where we live, and she tell the baby father to tell her as soon as she get closer to make she know. So she hurry up to bathe me and put on a nice dress for me, and I try to hurry up and comb my ear and them something there. And then like him clap to make she know, say, okay, she almost soon reach to the yard. So she hurry up and catch up my ear and tie ribbon in there and put me on the veranda for sit down, because she didn't want her to come inside of the house. Because if she came in the house, then she would realize it's a one-room situation. However, she put me on the veranda. Lady come look on me on the veranda, and just I walk around in the yard. She not coming out the house, nothing. I think she was outside to call my mother, talk to my mother, whatever, and that was it. Lady left. She didn't pay attention to see that this child was just crying. She didn't see that I was crying because she didn't take a good look at me. So these people only need to pay attention to the children when they come out of foster care. And I need to really take time to look in the house, in the kitchen, if there's food, and look at the living situation, the real living situation. Don't look at the outside. Check the inside and take a look at the child's body. Open up the child's dress back and look at their backs, look at their legs, look for markings on their bodies. Because if you all did do that, you would have seen that I was abused and I was not fed well. And this was what I was going through each time till they stopped visiting. And it got worse after there. Next chapter.